ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वति नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषये भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। नारायणं पद्मभुवं वसिष्ठं शक्तिं च तत्पुत्रपराशरं च व्यासं शुकं गौडपदं महान्तं गोविन्दयोगीन्द्रमथास्य शिष्यम् श्रीशङ्कराचार्यमथास्य पद्मपादं च हस्तामलकं च शिष्यं तं तोटकम् वार्तिककारमन्यानस्मद्गुरून् सन्ततमानतोऽस्मि। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयम् नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। अपारकरुणा सिन्धुं ज्ञानदं शान्तरूपिणम् श्रीचन्द्रशेखरगुरुं प्रणमामि मुदान्वहम्। यत्कृपालेशमात्रेण पुमान् पूर्णः प्रजायते तं वन्दे ब्रह्मविद्धुर्यं सद्गुरुं चन्द्रशेखरम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
सूत्रार्थो वर्ण्यते यत्र वाक्यैः सूत्रानुकारिभिः
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
स्वपदानि च वर्ण्यन्ते भाष्यं भाष्यविदो विदुः।
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
ॐ आप्यायन्तु ममाङ्गानि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमतो बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
वाक्प्राणश्चक्षुश्रोत्रमतो
बलमिन्द्रियाणि च सर्वाणि
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
सर्वं ब्रह्मोपनिषदम्
माहं ब्रह्म निराकुर्याम्
माहं
माहं
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
निराकुर्याम्
निराकुर्याम्
मा ब्रह्म निराकरोत्
मा
मा
ब्रह्म
ब्रह्म
निराकरोत्
निराकरोत्
अनिराकरणमस्त्वनिराकरणं मे अस्तु
अनिराकरणमस्तु अनिराकरणं
निराकरणं
मे
मे
अस्तु
अस्तु
तदात्मनि निरतेय उपनिषत्सु धर्मास्ते मयि सन्तु ते मयि सन्तु
तदात्मनि
तदात्मनि
निरतेय
निरतेय उपनिषत्सु
उपनिषत्सु
धर्मास्ते
धर्मास्ते
मयि
मयि
सन्तु
सन्तु
ते
ते
मयि
मयि
सन्तु।
सन्तु।
ओम शांति। शांति
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः
ॐ
शांति
शान्ति
शांति
शान्ति
शांति।
शान्तिः।
तृतीयखण्डः प्रथम मन्त्रः ब्रह्मः देवेभ्यो विजिज्ञे
ब्रह्मः
ब्रह्मदेवेभ्यो
देवेभ्यो
विजिज्ञे
विजिज्ञे
तस्यः ब्रह्मणो विजये देवा अमहीयन्त
तस्य
तस्यः ब्रह्मणो
ब्रह्मणो
विजये
विजये
देवा
देवा
महीयन्त
अमहीयन्त
त ऐक्षन्त
त
ऐक्षन्त
ऐक्षन्त
अस्माकम् एवायम् विजयः
अस्माकं
अस्माकम्
एवायं
एवायं विजयः
विजयः
अस्माकम् एवायम् महिमेति
अस्माकम्
अस्माकम् एवायं
एवायं
महिमेति
महिमेति
तद्धैषाम् विजज्ञौ
तद्वैषां
तद्धैषां
विजज्ञो
विजज्ञो
तेभ्यः प्रादुर्बभूव
तेभ्यः
तेभ्यः
प्रादुर्बभूव
तन्न व्यजानत
तन्नव्यजानत
तन्नव्यजानत
किमिदम् यक्षमिति
किमिदं
किमिदं
यक्षमिति।
यक्षमिति।
प्रथम खण्डद्वयद्वारा निर्गुण ब्रह्मात्मज्ञानम् उक्त्वा उत्तम अधिकारिभ्यः उक्त्वा मन्दबुद्धि अनुजिगृक्षया सगुण ब्रह्म उपासनां विदित्सुः आह उत्तम अधिकारिणां कृते निर्गुण ब्रह्मात्मज्ञानं खण्डद्वये उपनिषद उक्तवती. The first two chapters, the two khandas, two sections, which talked about, which presented the jnanam, jiva, brahma, aikya jnanam. With that Upanishad teaching is over. Shruti has completed as teaching with that. This khandadvaya kimartam. When the teaching is not understood, it means the adhikari is not uttam adhikari. Therefore, manda buddhinam mandamati अनुजिगृक्षया सगुण ब्रह्म उपासनां viditsuhu aha. When Tikakara says, introduces the third section. Anujigrikshaya, anugraham, anugrahitum icha anujigrikshaya, with the desire to bless the mandabuddhi. Mandabuddhi is those who are slow in grasping the teaching of the Shastram, for them Saguna Brahma Upasanam Aha, Viditsuhu Aha. The third section and the fourth section. And Acharya Shankara Bhagavad has said the introduction, Avataranika, the Prayojanam of the Akyayika. The Akyayika, a story is presented, and the Prayojanam of the Akyayika, which we saw, 5 points were mentioned. And the story starts. First mantra we have seen. Devebhyaha Vijigye. Devebhyaha Brahma Vijigye. Brahma here etokta lakshanam param. The Bhashakara says etokta lakshanam Brahma, that is Ishvaraha. Maya Sahita Brahma. The Brahma should be taken as Maya Sahita Brahma. Vijigye Jayam Labdavan. Ishvaraha Jayam Labdvan Kasmai Devebhyaha. Tasya Brahmanaha Vijaye Devaha Amahiyanta. Tasya Brahmanaha Vijaye. The victory, the Jaya is because of Brahma Ishvara. Ishvarasya Anugraha. Tasya Brahmanaha Vijaye. With regard to the Jaya, the victory of that Brahma, Devaha Amahiyanta. Devas Amahiyanta, they were glorified, they were praised. So Devas were Amahiyanta Mahimanam Praptavantaha, they attained Mahima, glory. The glory actually belongs to Brahma. Without Brahma, Devas do not exist. Then what to talk about the victory over the Asuras? So the real victory is for the Brahma. Why Brahma? That Saguna Brahma, that is Ishvara, got victory for Deva, because Devas are required for the protection of Dharma, and therefore for the protection of the Jagat. Therefore, Brahma Devebhyaha Vijigye. That is going to be told in the second mantra. And Asuras were violating the order, violating Dharma. They were committed to destroying the world. Devas follow Dharma and they are committed to protect the world. And Bhagavan is always on the side of Dharma. So therefore, Devebhyaha Brahma Vijigye. But the Devas, out of their ignorance and also puffed with the pride, they thought the victory, they attained victory, they got victory. So therefore, only this to teach them that vital factor Brahma. Without Brahma, this victory is not possible. So to teach them, this story starts. So this is first mantra which we saw. Bhashya also, I think we have read in the next class. Just we will read the Bhashya and go to the next mantra. Brahma yatokta lakshanam param.
Brahma yathokta lakshanam param.
Kila
Akila
devebhyaha arthaya
devebhyaha arthaya
vijigye jayam labdavat.
vijigye jayam labdhavat.
Devanam asuranam cha sangrame.
Devanam asuranam cha sangrame
Asuran jitva
jitva
jagadarati ishvara set bhetrud.
jagadaratin ishvara setu bhetrun
Devebhyaha jayam tatpalam cha prayachat.
devebhyaha jayam tatphalam cha prayachat
Jagatah sthemne
jagatah sthemne
tasyaha kila
तस्यः किल
ब्रह्मणः विजये
ब्रह्मणः विजये
देवाः अग्न्यादयः
देवाः अज्ञादयः
अमहीयन्त महिमानं प्राप्तवन्तः
अमहीयन्त महिमानं प्राप्तवन्तः
ब्रह्म यथोक्तलक्षणं ब्रह्म यथोक्तलक्षणं compound qualifying ब्रह्म उक्तम् अनतिक्रम्य यथोक्तं लक्षणं यस्य ब्रह्मणः तत् ब्रह्म यथोक्तलक्षणं ब्रह्म इत्युक्ते माया सहित ब्रह्म इत्यर्थः ब्रह्म द वर्ड इज यूज्ड इन सेंस ऑफ माया सहित ब्रह्म दैट इज ईश्वरः इज परम इत्युक्ते अपरिच्छिन्नः परम लिमिटलेस पूर्णम् इत्यर्थः परम then किल it's a story devebhyah Bhashyakara gives arthaya it helps us to find out what chaturthi is arthaya tadartha balita sukha rakshitaihi chaturthi that is the compound chaturthi sutra is there but anyway here it's not a compound devanam devebhyah is tadarthaya deva tadarte chaturthi the sutra in the sutra pata tadarte chaturthi is given for this samasa sutra. But Tadarte Chaturthi is there in Karaka also. Tadarte Chaturthi for the purpose of Kebhyaha Vijigye for whom, for whose sake, Tasmai Devebhyaha iti. Devanam Hita Devebhyaha Devartham that's why Arthaya Devartham Devanam Devebhyaha Devartham can say Devebhyaha Devartham Acharya says Arthaya Tasmai Tebhyaha for the sake of the Vijigya Vijayam Jayam Labdavat Brahma Napumsakalinga therefore Labdavat Ishvaraha Labdavan Sangrame in the Yuddhe Yesham Madhye Devasuranam Devanam Asuranam cha not Devanama Devanam Asuranam cha so Suranam Sangrame Asuran Jitva Jagat Aratin Jagataha Arati is enemy so Ratihi that which gives Sukham is called Rati that which doesn't give Sukham means opposite doesn't give Sukham that is fine but it gives Dukkham that is why Virodharte nanch Rati Ratihi na Ratihi Aratihi Rati means Sukham Ratihi Sukham Dadati iti Ratihi so na Ratihi Aratihi Virodharte nanch and Jagataha Aratayah Aratihi Arati Aratayah and Aratin Ditya Bhagavachanam Jagataha Aratayah Jagadaratayah Tan Jagat Aratin Ishvara Setu Bhetrun Ishvara is the Ishvara Setu Bhetrun Ishvara is a Setu Ishvarasya Setunam Petha breaker destroyer of the Setu meaning it is bridge that is the order so that is the Setu has got the Vyutpatti I think that also I told Sadnoti Badnati Jalamiti Setu that which binds the water is called Setu so Setu is a limit so order so Asuras they violate the limit they violate the order they violate the niyati Therefore, Ishvara Setu, the order, the limit, dharma, that is the meaning. They break the order, they break the dharma. So, Tan, Jitva, Devebhyaha, for the Devas, Jayam and Jayasya Palam also, Tat Palam. Kim Tat Palam, Jayam victory, Jayasya Palam, Samruddhihi, Yashaha, Ityadayaha. Chaprayachat, Jagatah Stemne, for the Stiti of the Jagat. So, Brahma, Satchidananda Lakshanam Brahma, Etotta Lakshanam Brahma, but here Maya Sagita Brahma, Asuran, Jitavan, then Tasyaha, Yuddha Sangrami, Yuddhe, Jitavan, Jagatah Stemne. Tasyaha Kila Brahmanaha Vijaye. Tasyaha Kila Brahmanaha Vijaye. With regard to the Vijaya, the victory of Vishesaptami of the Brahma, Agnyadayaha, Amahiyanta, Agnyadayaha, Amahiyanta, Pujitaha Abhavan. They were glorified. Indra, Agni, Vayu, Pravrudayaha, Devaha, Amahiyanta, Pujitaha Abhavan. Then Pujitaha Abhavan, and what did they say out of their pride of victory? That is said in the next sloka. The Aikshanta. The Aikshanta. The is te. Te. Aikshanta. Aikshata. Aikshetam. Aikshanta. Te Aikshanta. Iksh dhatu. Iksh means iksh to see. Prekshane. You'll see. That's what listen. Te Aikshanta. Asmakam eva vijayaha. Asmakam eva mahima. Ayam mahima iti. Tadhi yesham vijagnyau. Tebhyaha pradurbhavuva. They aikshanta, they saw. They saw means they thought. They aikshanta. Aikshanta is equal to, we have to take it as they amanyanta. They thought. Chintitavantaha. Aikshanta is each the to see. They saw. They saw means they thought. They thought in this way. How? This Vijayaha, this victory is Asmakam Eva. It is our victory. Asmakam Eva, I am Vijayaha. This victory is of ours. We won the war. Asmakam Eva, I am Mahima. This is our Mahima, our glory. Therefore, we deserve the victory and it is our glory. Because we are more powerful and therefore we are victorious over the Asuras. Iti te aikshanta. So iti is that asmakam eva ayam vijayaha, asmakam eva ayam mahima iti te devaha amanyanta aikshanta. Iti. Then tadhi yesham vijagyo. Tat yesham vijagyo. Vijagyo, jagyo litlakara. Nyadatu, janati. The vijagyo, it is pratama purusha ekavacham. Tat vijagyo. Tat hi yesham vijagyo. Tat referring to Brahma, Ishvaraha, Paramatma, Saguna Brahma. That Ishvara, Tat Brahma, Vijagyo. Vijagyo means came to know, understood, came to know. Vijagyo, Jnatava, Jnatavat. Tad Brahma, Jnatavat, came to know what. Tat Yesham Vijagyo. Yesham Vijagyo Devanam. Devanam Vijagyo. Brahma, that Brahma, Ishvara came to know of the Devas. Deva, Esham referring to Devanam. Devanam, Vijagyo. They came to, the Brahma came to know this. Brahma came to know these thoughts of devas. Tad esham devanam chintanam vijagyo. So Tad Brahma came to know the thoughts of these devas. Esham devanam किम अस्माकमेव विजयः अस्माकमेव महिमा इति देवाः ऐक्षन्त मन्यन्त तत् येषां देवानां तत् ब्रह्म विजज्ञौ came to know. और तत् can refer to तत् ही येषां और तत् that these thoughts of devas vijagnya, then we have to supply brahma. Tat paramatma, saguna brahma, ishvaraha came to know. Tat can take that meaning to referring to the thoughts of the thinking of these devas. So tat vijag tat, then in that case tat will be dvitiya vibhakti ekavachanam. So that is also can take tat hi esham vijagnyau. Vijagnyau is ekavachanam, therefore it is connecting with the previous mantra brahma vijagnyau. Tat esham, tat referring to that the thoughts. Yesham devanam vijagnyau came to know. Tebhyaha pradurbhavuva. Tebhyaha devebhyaha pradurbhavuva tad brahma. Tad brahma pradurbhavuva. The karta, the subject has to be supplied. So tad brahma pradurbhavuva manifested. Tad brahma manifested with tebhyaha for the devatas. Manifested before the devatas. Tebhyaha devebhyaha pradurbhavuva tad brahma. Brahma pradurbhavuva is, then it is Brahma taking avatara. So this is the avatara mentioned in the Veda. Nowhere in no other Upanishad avatara of Brahma is mentioned. In the Gita it is mentioned. The topic of avatara is yada yada hi dharmasya glanir-bhavati bharata abhyutanam adharmasya tadatmanam srijamyaham. It's very clearly in the Gita. It is a Smriti Grantha. Of course, it is a Pramana Grantha. Main Pramana is Shruti, and Shruti here in Kena Upanishad only it is mentioned this avatara. The Ishvara appeared. Pradur Babuva Devebhyaha for the sake of Devas. Devebhyaha Pradur Babuva Tat Tanna Vyajanata Tat Na Vyajanata Harunasikova Tanna Tat Na Vyajanata E Purvaka Ajanata Langlakara Ajanata Nyadatu Bepadi Ajanata Bhagavachanam Ajanita Ekavachanam Ajanata Bhagavachanam. So we Vyajanata Nyatavantaha Tat Nyatavantaha Tat Vyajanata Na Nyatavantaha Tad Brahma Devaha Na Nyatavantaha. What? Kimidam Yakshamiti. Kimidam, who is this Yaksha? Who is this Yaksha iti tat na vijanata. Tat na vijanata. Devaha tat na vijananta. Devas could not know the form of this Ishvara, Yaksha who appeared and he was brilliant. Kimidam Yakshamiti. Na jnatavantaha vijanata. Yaksha. That is from the edge. Therefore, Pujyaha, Yajana Yogyaha Yakshaha. Therefore, Pujyaha, Pujaniyaha Yakshaha. And he was effulgent, brilliant. And Devas could not understood who is this Yaksha iti, the form of Ishvara, who was very bright. Therefore, na vijanata devaha. Now the Bhashyam. This is a simple mantra. Bhashyam is a big one. Let us see. Tada atma samstasya
तदा
आत्मसंस्तस्य
प्रत्यगात्मनः ईश्वरस्य
प्रत्येक
प्रत्यगात्मनः
आत्मनः
ईश्वरस्य
सर्वज्ञस्य
सर्वज्ञस्य
सर्वक्रियाफलसंयोजितुः
सर्वक्रियाफलसंयोजयितुः
सर्वक्रियाफलसंयोजयितुः
प्राणिनां सर्वशक्तेः
प्राणिनां
प्राणिनां
सर्वशक्तेः
सर्वशक्तेः
जगतः स्थितिं चिकीर्षोः
जगतः
जगतः
स्थितिं
स्थितिं
चिकीर्षोः
चिकीर्षोः
अयं जयः महिमा च
अयं
अयं
जयः महिमा
जयः
च
महिमा च
इति अजानन्तः
इति अजानन्तः
अजानन्तः
ते देवाः ऐक्षन्त
ते
ते
देवाः
देवाः
ऐक्षन्त
ईक्षितवन्तः
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 अज्ञादिस्वरूपपरिचिन्नात्मकृतः
अज्ञादिस्वरूप परिच्छिन्न
परिच्छिन्नात्मकृतः
आत्मकृतः
अस्माकमेवायं विजयः
अस्माकमेवायं
अस्माकमेवायं
विजयः
विजयः
अस्माकमेवायं महिमा
अस्माकमेवायं
अस्माकमेवायं
महिमा
महिमा
अग्नि अग्निवायुविन्द्रिय अग्निवायुविन्द्रत्वादिलक्षणः
अग्निवायुविन्द्रत्वात् लक्षणः
अग्निवायुविन्द्रत्वादिलक्षणः
जयफलभूतः
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 अस्माभिः अनुभूयते
अस्माभिः अनुभूयते
अनुभूयते
न अस्मत्प्रत्यगात्मभूतेश्वरकृतः इति
न
न
अस्मत्प्रत्यगात्मभूतेश्वरकृतः
अस्मत्प्रत्यगात्मभूतेश्वरकृतः
इति
इति
There we can stop. When Danda can be there. Evam can be the next line. Evam mitya atma vimanikshavatam iti. So tada Ishwarasya has got many adjectives. Idrishaha Ishwaraha is Sarvajnaha Pratyekatmatma Samstaha Pratyeha Samstasya Pratyekatmanaha Ishwaraha Sarvajnaha Sarvakriya Palasanyojita Praninam Sarvashaktehe Darshashti Praninam Sarvashakti Man Jagataha Stitim Chikishuhu Ishwaraha Ayam Jayaha Magimacha Ishwarasya iti ajanantaha. The Ishvara has got all these adjectives. Tasya Ishwarasya eva ayam magima iti ajanantaha, not knowing. Te devaha ikshanta ikshitavantaha. Ikshitavantaha, they think, they thought. Tada, then Ishwarasya, who is this Ishvara? Atma samstasya. Atma samstasya kaha atma अस्तात्रेय साक्षी सच्चिदानंद स्वरूपः सन् पंचकोशातीतः स्थूल सूक्ष्म कारण शरीरात् व्यतिरिक्तः आत्मा. No, that is not the atma. आत्मनि संस्तस्य सम्यक् तिष्ठति इति संस्थः. आत्मनि तिष्ठति सम्यक् तिष्ठति इति आत्म संस्थः. तस्य आत्म संस्थस्य. Therefore atma who can be Sachidananda Atma cannot be, because it is above all the karakas. It is what gives the existence to all the karakas. How can that be in that Atma? Therefore, it is not Atma here doesn't mean Satchidananda Atma. It is referring to Sharira Manasangata. It is referring to body, mind, sense complex. Then it should be Anatma. That is what the meaning is, Anatma. But the word Atma is used also to refer to Sharira Manasangata. So Sharira Samstasya, Sharira Manasangata, Tangate, Samyak Tishtati. Ishvara is there in the Sharira, manifest through the Sharira. That is why Sharira is alive. Mind functions, Indriyani functions, activity is possible. Minus that, this is Jadam. In the presence of the Atma, it is Shivam. Otherwise, it is just a Jadam. So, therefore, Ishvarasya, Atma Samstasya Ishvarasya. The Ishvara who manifests, who abides, who stays in the Shariram, because of whom the Shariram is functional. Sharirama Sangata, this body mind sense complex is functional. Therefore, it is functional because of Ishvara. Shotrasya Shotram Manaso Manoyate Vachoha Vacham Pranasya Pranaha iti. So all these are lively functional because of Ishvara. Therefore, Atmani Samyak Tishtati. Tishtati stays, abides, manifests. And it is Pratyekhatmanaha, Pratyek Atmanaha. Pratyekhatmanaha Atmanam Prati. Pratyekhatmanaha. Sorry, not Pratyekhat, Atmanam Prati. Pratyekcha Asavatma. It is Karmadarya. Pratyek Pratyekcha Asavatma Pratyekhatma. It is in each of the individual. It is Pratyek. It is inside. Inside means it is not contained within the Shariram. This is a figurative. Guham Pravishtav, Guhayam Hriday Guhayam, Tishtati. It is the Pratyek Atma, it is the inner thing of everyone. It is like what? You can give the example as we take the pot. What is the Pratyekatma of the pot? Clay is the Pratyekatma of the pot. Out of that alone, pot is made. So Pratyekatma of all the Gata is Mriteva. Similarly, Pratyekatma of everything, everyone is this Pratyekatma, Atma. That is Pratyekatma. Here the Atma referring to Brahma Satchidananda Atma. So that Pratyekatma is Ishvara. Is Ishvaraha. Sarvajnaha and also Sarvajnasya. Sarvam Janati Tasya Sarvajnasya. And Sarvakriya Pala Yojituhu. Samyojituhu. Samyak Yojagita. Yojagitru Shabda. Vijudatu. Vijudatu Yoji Yojagitru Trishprataya. Yojagita. He is the connector. He is the one who connects. Connects what? Sarva Kriya Pala Yojagita. Sarva Kriya Palanam Yojagita. He is the one who connects the results of all the actions. Every action has got results, and the action done by the particular individual, that individual alone enjoys the karma pala, and Ishvara connects the kriya of that individual with the palam to the individual. The palam has to be reaped by the one who has done the karma. To the performer of the kriya, the palam has to go. The palam also has to be in accordance with the kriya, the action. If it is punya kriya, punya karma, then punya palam, papa karma, papa palam. So he is the one who is the giver of karma pala. Therefore, karma pala data ityartaha. Sarva kriya pala sanyojituhu. Sanyojita ishvaraha tasya sanyojitru. सर्वाः च ताः क्रियाः सर्वक्रिया सर्वक्रियाणां फलं सर्वक्रियाफलानां क्रियाफलानां योजयिता क्रियाफलयोः otherwise we can take सर्वक्रियाफलयोः संयोजिता is the one who connects both kriya and the phala, action and the result. Action has got a particular result. There is no mixing up of the result with any other action. That particular result with any other action. That action brings certain result, but particular result. So that is the result of that action. It is infallible. That particular action brings particular result is infallible. Never it is violated in the order of Ishvara. That's why it's order. Therefore, he is a Sanyojitru. He is a karma paladata. And also that palam goes to that only the doer who has done that karma. So therefore, it's a beautiful word. Sarva Kriya Pala Sanyojitra. Ishvara is the one who. Therefore, here it is very appropriate. Deva won the war. The result of their action in the form of Jaya goes to Devas only. Doesn't go to Asuras. They worked and they were on the side of Dharma. Therefore, they want that Kriya as its responding Palam, Jaya, and the Jaya goes to the Devas alone. So, therefore, who is behind all this? Ishvara. This they forgot. And also, Ishvara is Sarvashaktehe, Sarvashaktiman, Sarvashakti. Sarvashaktehe is Shashti Bhakti, Sarvashaktehe. It means he is Sarvaha, Sarvashaktihi. Pratipadikam Sarvashaktihi. Sarvaha Shaktayaha Yasya Saha. Sarvashaktihi. Shashti Sarvashaktehe. Sarvashaktiman ityartaha. He is all powerful, all powerful. Sarvashaktiman in contrast to Alpa Shaktiman. So Devas are Alpa Shaktiman relatively. Jivas are of course Alpa Shakti. Jivas have got only Alpa Shakti. That's why they are Alpa Shakti, Alpakyaha, Alpa Shakti, Alpa Shaktimaniti. Devaha relatively they are also Alpa Shakti man only. Alpa Shakti Mantaha, Devaha api. And all the Shaktis belong to Ishvara alone. Therefore, Sarva Shakti. Tasya Sarva Shaktehe. Sarva Shakteha Yasya Saha Ishvarasya Saha Ishvaraha Sarva Shakti. Tasya Sarva Shaktehe iti. And he is the Sthitikarta of this Jagat. Jagataha Sthitim Chikirshuhu. Kartum Ichuhu. Tasya Jagataha Sthitim. Jagat Sthiti. So he is a Sthitikarta. The one who is desirous of maintaining the Jagat. So he is a Sthitikarta. That Ishvaraha Tasya, that Ishvara Tasya Ishvarasya Chikirshoho, all are in Shashti Bhakti. Tasya Ishvarasya. Tada Ishvarasya. That is the main word. Tada Ishvarasya. Ayam Mahima. Ayam Jayaha Mahima cha. Ishvarasya Ayam Mahima. This Jayaha Mahima cha. This gain, this victory, and this Mahima, this glory. Tasya Ishvarasya eva. Ishvarasya Ayam Jayaha Mahima cha. This victory and this glory belongs to whom? Belongs to Ishvara. Iti ajanantaha na jnatavantaha, not knowing this truth. Why they don't know this? Because of ajnanam. They are also ajnani. Not that they are jnanis. If they are jnani, then they will not be confined to only Devaloka. Then they will not be fighting with the Asuras also. Therefore, ajanantaha iti ajanantaha na jnatavantaha iti te devaha, those devas, aikshanta ikshitavantaha, they thought, they saw, they thought then Agnyadi Ikshitavantah te devaha Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinna Atmakritaha. Agnyadi Swarupa. Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinnatmakritaha. See in the compound we can tell this is Bahuri Samasa. So Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinnatmakritaha means this Jayaha. This Devaha Aikshanta Ishitavantaha Ayam Jayaha Ayam Magima Asmakamiti. Kintu Ayam Jayaha Magimaha Shmitam. Ayam Jayaha Magima Ishvarasi iti Ajanantaha Ayam Jayaha Magima Asmakamiti iti Aikshanta Ishitavantaha Devaha te Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinna Atmakritaha. Agnyadi Agni Adihi Adihi Yeshante Agnyadayaha Baguri Samasa. Agnadehe Swarupam Swaswarupam Swasya Swaswarupam. Agnadehe Swaswarupam Shashti Purusha. Agnadehe Swarupena Parichinnaha Atma Agnyadi Swarupena Parichinnaha Atma Agnadeha Parichinna Atma Tena Kritaha Agnyada Parichinna Atma Kritaha. The Parichinna Atma Kritaha. This gain which was accomplished by whom? Accomplished by Parichinna Atma Kritaha Agnyadi Swarupena. Agnyadi Swarupena Parichinna Atma Kritaha is this Jayaha. So this words qualifies Jayaha, the victory. The victory was accomplished by whom? Kritaha, accomplished, done. By whom? By the Atma, which is Parichinna Atma. It means the Atma which is endowed with the Upadhi. Atma endowed with Upadhi. Atma how can have Upadhi? It's Mithya Upadhi. Atma associated with Upadhi, in the language of Vedanta Sara. So Upadhi Sagita Atma. That is Atma conditioned by the Upadhi in the form of Agni, etc. So it is, therefore this word qualifies Jayaha. The Vijayaha comes later, so that Vijayaha is qualified. This is, so Bahuvrihi is there and Karmadaraya. So we have to analyze the word. Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinna Atmakritaha Vijayaha. That Vijayaha Asmakam Eva Ayam Vijayaha iti. Vijayaha, the word is qualified by Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinna Atmakritaha. The Vijaya, the victory is accomplished by Parichinna Atma, by the Atma which is Parichinna, that is Atma which is conditioned by Parichinna, limited by. Parichinna which is limited by what? Agnyadi Swarupa. Limited by the form of the Swarupa, the form of fire, Agni, Vayu, Indra, etc. So Agnihi, Adihi, Yeshante Agnyadayaha. Agnyadayahe Swaswarupam, Agnyadi Swaswarupam. So Agnyadi Swaswarupena Parichinnaha. Kaha Atma. Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinna Atma. Tena Kritaha, Atmana Kritaha. Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinna Atma Kritaha. Kalasaha Vijayaha. The Vijaya which is accomplished by the Atma, that is conditioned by the Upadhi in the form of Agni, Vayu, etc. That is the meaning. And this Vijayaha Asmakam Eva. Ayam Vijayaha, this victory is of ours. Asmakam Eva Magima. Asmakam ayam Mahima, Asmakam ayam Vijayaha. Mahima, glory, this victory is belongs to us, is of us, and this Mahima belongs to us. Then Agni, Vaivindratwadi Lakshanaha, and this glory, Mahima is there. Mahima is Magiman Shabda, Mahimanav, Mahimnaha. It's like Rajan Shabdavat, the Ba, Sanya, Allopo Naha will happen. Mahimnaha. So Mahima here Pratama Vibhakti, and that is glory is qualified by the word Agni Vaivindratwadi Lakshanaha, the glory which is in the form of the status of Agni, Vayu, Indra, etc. Agnischa, Vayuscha, Indrascha, Agni, Vayu, Indraha, Vaivindraha. Adi Padat, other devatas also can be included, therefore Bahuvrihi Samasa. Finally, Agni, Indratwadi, Indra, then Tasya Bhagaha, Agni, Vaivindratvam. Agni, Indratvam. After that only Adi. Jameta. Agnihi cha vayuscha indrascha agnivayu vindraha tasya bhavaha agni vayuvindratvam. The status of being Agni, Vayu, Indra. Only three devatas are mentioned. Therefore, the Adi comes later. The status of being Agnitvam, Vayutvam, Indratvam. So Agni, Vayu, Indratvam. Agni, Vayu, Indratvam, Adi. Adi Padat, the Indratvam Adi. So the other Lakshanam also can be included. Indratwadi Lakshanaha Lakshanam Yasya Devasya Yesham Devanam Te Devaha. Yesham Devanam Tesham Mahima. This word qualifies Mahima. So Agnivayu Indratwadi Lakshanaha Lakshanam Yasya Mahimnaha. Saha. So Mahima is in Pratama Vyakti, therefore this qualifies Mahima. Agnivayu Indratwadi Lakshanaha. The Mahima which is in the form of Lakshanaha is Bhutaha in the form of the Mahima in the form of the status of being the Agni, Vayu and Indra. So Adi Padat, other status also there. They enjoy the status of being the Devas and they rule the world. They maintain the order in the outer order of the world. So Adi Padat, the other things also. Indratvam Adi Padat. The status of being Agni, Vayu, Indra, etc. These are the Lakshanas. These are the Lakshana the Lakshanas of whom that glory. Lakshana, the glory which is in the form of. That's how we translate. Lakshana means characteristic. So Devas who have the characteristics, these characteristics are their Mahima, are their glory. Indrattam is not easy. Vayuttam, all these are the designation. So the Devas who are characterized by their positions, the status of being Agni, Vayu, Indra, that is the Mahima. Therefore, it qualifies Mahima. And this Jayapala Bhutaha, Jayasya Palam, Jayapalam, Jayapala Bhutaha, and this Mahima was gained. How it is gained? Because of the victory over the Asuras. Asuran, Aratin, Asuran, Jitva. Mahimanam Praptavantaha Devaha. So Jayapala Bhutaha. Jayasya Palam, Jayapalatvena bhutaha praptaha ityartaha. They gained out because of the Jaya victory over the Asuras. So Jayasya palam bhutaha. So that is why Adipadat. One is the status, they enjoy the status. And also they conquer devas, asuras, etc. All these are Adipadat, we can include everything. So therefore Jayapala bhutaha, that also qualifies Magima, the Magima which they got. How? Because of the victory over the devas. So Jayapala bhutaha. And Asmabhihi Anubhuyate. Asmabhihi Anubhuyate, this Jaya, the victory over the devas, and that is because of that we have gained glory, Mahima, and this Jayaha, Mahima, Asmabhihi Anubhuyate. This glory, this fame is experienced by the us. It belongs to us. Asmabhihi Anubhuyate. Asmakam eva ayam Vijayaha, Asmakam eva ayam Mahima. Therefore, Asmabhihi Anubhuyate. It is Anubhuyate, it is experienced by us alone. And they did not think that na astat pratyagatma bhuta ishvaraha kritaha iti. They did not acknowledge for the moment that this Vijaya and this Mahima is kritaha. It is done by, accomplished by whom? It is Ishvara, Ishvara kritaha. It is accomplished by Ishvara that for the moment they forgot. Na anubhuyate, not acknowledged, not experienced by that. In their ignorance, they forgot Ishvara. Therefore, this victory and Mahima belongs to whom? Is Ishvarasya. Ishvarena kritaha eva. Ishvarena kritaha, Ishvara kritaha. Asmat pratyagatma bhuta. Asmat pratyagatma. Asmakam pratyagatma, asmat pratyagatma. Asmat pratyagatma. Shashti tat purusha samasa. Asmakam. Asmat, it will become asmat. And asmat pratyagatma, pratyaksha asavatma, pratyagatma. And pratyagatma bhuta Ishvaraha. Ishvara who is in the form of the pratyagatma. Tena eva kritaha, this Jayaha and Mahima. That they did not anubhuyate, that they did not experience, did not acknowledge. They acknowledged the victory and the resultant glory to themselves, but did not acknowledge that it is accomplished by the Lord, by Ishvara. In this way, they aikshanta ichitavantaha, they thought. So they did not acknowledge. They acknowledge this Vijaya, which is Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinnatma Krita Vijayaha, Agnivayundratwadi Lakshanaha, Para Jayapala Bhutaha, Mahima. So Vijaya is qualified by the compound Agnyadi Swarupa Parichinnatma Kritaha. Mahima qualified Agnivayundratwadi Lakshanaha, Jayapala Bhutaha. The Mahima which is in the form of the result of this gain of this war. Asmabihi eva anubhuyate. This Vijayaha, Mahima, Asmabihi anubhuyate. We deserve it. We got it. Therefore, it is experienced by us. They take the privilege to enjoy the results of the action. But the action itself is accomplished by the Lord. So that Vijaya and Mahima, they are supposed to be belong to the Lord. And these devas, they usurp mentally. Not, they cannot really usurp. They took the credit. It means they did not have prasada buddhi. That is why they are also like jivas only. Even though they have exalted, they enjoy exalted position, devas, devatvam, tatapi, ajnaninaha eva, devaha api. The moment they are puffed with the pride, therefore, pratyagatma bhuta ishvara kritaha iti na angikirtavantaha. Asmakam eva jayaha, asmakam eva mahima iti angikritatvat ajnanena ajnanat. Therefore, only to teach them a lesson, Yaksha appeared. The next line, let us read next line. Evam mithyaabhimane ikshavatam.
एवं मिथ्याभिमाने ईक्षणवताम्
It's one word. Mithyaabhimane kshanavatam. Mithyaabhimane ikshavatam. This kshanavatam means what is kshana, momentary, and all will come. So the compound. It should not just read. In fact, Mithyaabhimane ikshavatam, like that we should not read. For understanding, I am reading. Otherwise, Mithyatmabhimane kshanavatam.
मिथ्याभिमाने क्षणवताम्
When we hear kshanavatam, we may think kshana moment. No, it's not. No. Ikshavatam. Sandhi. Sandhi is samhita. Samase nitya eva. Tadha kila
तद् किल
esham ityekshanam
येषामित्यक्षणम्
vijagnyau vigyatavat brahma.
विजज्ञो
विज्ञातवत्
विज्ञातवद्
ब्रह्मा
That is the main sentence. Brahma vigyatavat. Ishvaraha vigyatavan. Vijagnyau. Vijagnyau is equal to litlakara nishta rupam vigyatavat. Brahma knew, came to know. What he came to know? Esham mityekshanam. Kesham devanam. Devanam mityekshanam. Mityabhimana ikshanam. Mityabhimana yukta ikshanam. Mityekshanam. Ikshanam, the seeing, the perception, their vision, their ikshanam, the perception is mithya. Ikshanam. Mithyacha also. Mithyacha tata ikshanam mityekshanam. Or we can, that is karmadharaya. Or mityabhimana yukta ikshanam. Abhimana is mithya. Asmakam jayaha, asmakam mahima, that is abhimana is mithya abhimana. So therefore that is mityekshanam. Kesham devana. The wrong perception, the wrong notion of the devas. Brahma vijagnyam vigyatavat. Evam thus mityabhimane kshanavatam. Ikshanavat, ikshanavan, ikshanavanto, ikshanavantaha. Ikshana, ish dhatu, lyut pratyaya, and then matu pratyaya, the status of being, in that sense. Matu pratyaya. Then ikshanavat, Shashti Bhakti of that Ikshanavatam, qualifying Esha Devanam. And Mithya Abhimana Ikshanavatam. So Ikshanavat, that notion which is false, and that is in the, which is the Abhimana is Mithya. The Abhimana is a notion. Abhimana, the notion is Mithya. Abhimana is with regard to their Sharirmana Sangata. So therefore Mithya Abhimana Ikshanavatam. Ikshanavatam, they are endowed with the Ikshana, the notion, and notion is Mithya. So Mithya Abhimana Ikshanavatam Devanam Esham Devanam Mithyekshanam Nyatavat Brahma. So Nityabhimane Kshanavatam Devanam Mithyekshanam Brahma Vigyatavat. That is this sentence. So Brahma subject, Brahma Vigyatavat. Kim Vigyatavat Brahma Mithyekshanam. Kesham, that is Devanam. Kidrishaha Devaha Mityabhimane Kshanavataha. Sorry, Kshanavataha Devaha. Nityabhimane Kshanavataha Devaha. Tesham Nityabhimane Kshanavatam Devanam Nityekshanam Brahma Vijagya Vigyatavat. So Brahma came to know the wrong notion of the devas who are endowed with the wrong notions. That is the meaning. Evam, thus, Brahma came to know the wrong notion of the devas who are endowed with the false notion. That is the meaning. Next sentence, we'll see the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवाद.
धन्यवाद
धन्यवाद ईशान जी.
धन्यवाद ईश्वरन जी.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः जी.
धन्यवादः.